We are tracking just north of Colombia out here, actually just south of Jamaica. And yeah, this is getting more and more interesting. We're starting to see kind of that look on it that we see when these storm systems begin to develop, and it has a high chance of development. Most of the guidance kind of tracking this off towards Cuba, increasing rainfall there, and eventually into the Gulf of Mexico. In fact, you take a look at our spaghetti plots here and just kind of showing with our invest area, the general agreement here with them is it all moving over the western tip of Cuba and out here towards the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Now, there is something, if you look closely at this model run, or all these different models, see how some of them shift towards the east right there and some of them shift off towards the northeast? This is all due to that front that is dipping in from the north, and it's really going to smack right into that, and that would act as shear. So you have kind of two different factors going on here. A high pressure ridge towards the east, this front coming in, and both of these are kind of steering this towards the north. Now, at this time, sea surface temperatures are warm enough for this to intensify, but based on those factors, I don't think this would intensify to a full-on hurricane, but definitely something we need to watch for, because at the very least, this is going to bring some messy weather across Cuba and also the state of Florida mid to late of the upcoming week. So, yeah, I mean, it's still that time of year. If this is named, it would be called Rafael. Remember, we were thinking maybe it might get called Patty, but that name was taken up by a storm system off the coast of Portugal. So, yeah, this could increase our rainfall mid to late week. We're going to continue to keep an eye on it. For now, though, make sure you check back in at firstcoastnews.com and at Hurricane Central. We'll have plenty of updates there for you. Let's get you going, though, here on your Sunday, and we're going to head over towards your Monday because the weather's looking great, and we're even peek ahead into Election Day, too. For today, though, as you're heading out the door, maybe you're heading out doing a little brunch. Why not? Weather's going to be looking great. We do have a breeze coming in out of the east with that slight chance of some rainfall there. But just in general, I think things are going to be looking good if you want to head over to the Right Whale Festival. That is at the main beach park there in Fernandina Beach. So you all know exactly where it is. I went there last year. This is a great event. And this year, the key thing they're talking about is letting boaters know, slow down. Especially, you know, when you're in some of those areas that these whales could be swimming in. Hey, take a look at our temperatures, though. For Tuesday, at least we're not worried about any rainfall if you're going to be heading out to the polls. On Election Day, there probably isn't going to be long lines, but you don't have to be standing in the rain for it. The rain will be increasing, though, Wednesday over towards Thursday. As I mentioned, you got this area down towards our south that's going to pump in that moisture as well as that front dipping in. Of course, we're keeping a very, very close eye on that. For now, though, the weather's nice, so enjoy your day.